Stuart Little, 1945, was E.B. White's first venture into children's literature, telling the whimsical story of Stuart, a boy who just happens to be the size and shape of a mouse. Known for his work as a journalist and humorist, White contributed to publications such as the United Press, the Seattle Times, the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, the New Yorker, and Harper's Magazine. His beloved classic Charlotte's Web earned him the Laura Ingalls Wilder Award in 1970 for his contributions to children's literature, and The Trumpet of the Swan went on to win both the Sequoia and William Allen White Awards in 1973. In Stuart Little, Frederick and Eleanor Little are startled when their second son is born, no bigger than a mouse and looking remarkably like one. Yet they welcome him into their family with warmth and love, just as they do with their older son, George. Stuart matures quickly, becoming a spirited and resourceful little fellow. Early on, when Mrs. Little loses her ring down the bathroom sink, Stuart deftly climbs into the drain and retrieves it, his small size proving quite useful. Life as a mouse-sized boy is not without its challenges. While Stuart is helpful in ways others can't be, retrieving lost ping-pong balls or unjamming a sticky piano key, ordinary tasks like washing his face or brushing his teeth require clever adaptations. He climbs a tiny rope ladder to reach the sink and uses a mallet to strike the faucet for water. His family is careful not to speak ill of mice, worried that Stuart might feel drawn to the mouse hole in the pantry. Their pet cat, Snowbell, is a threat Stuart must constantly outwit. One day, after coaxing Stuart into showing off his agility, Snowbell tricks him into a dangerous predicament. Stuart ends up trapped inside a window blind, and Snowbell places his hat and cane near the pantry mouse hole to make it appear as though Stuart has wandered inside. The family, frantic with worry, searches for him, but Stuart's tiny cries go unheard until George finally unrolls the blind and sets him free. Despite the dangers, Stuart is adventurous and brave. One day, donning a miniature sailor suit, he heads to Central Park's sailboat pond. There, he meets Dr. Carey, the owner of the sleek schooner Wasp, and asks for a job on the crew. The doctor agrees, if Stuart can win a sailing race against the rival vessel, the Lillian B. Womrath. Rising to the challenge, Stuart takes the helm in a tense and thrilling race. With courage and skill, he wins both the contest and the admiration of the crowd. Stuart's tiny size often leads to him being overlooked, sometimes quite literally. One day, while his mother is looking through the refrigerator, Stuart slips inside in search of a snack. Assuming she's seen him, he doesn't say a word, but moments later the door shuts, trapping him inside. By the time he's discovered half an hour later, Stuart has fallen ill from the cold. While he's recovering in bed, Stuart's mother finds an unconscious bird on the windowsill and brings her inside to nurse her back to health. The bird's name is Margalo, and she and Stuart quickly become close friends. In fact, Stuart soon finds himself growing more and more fond of her with each passing day. Their friendship deepens when Stuart bravely defends Margalo from an attack by Snowbell, and later, Margalo returns the favor by rescuing Stuart after he ends up accidentally dumped onto a garbage scow heading out to sea. But trouble still lurks. Snowbell, feeling tormented by the presence of a mouse and a bird he's forbidden to eat, vents to a feline friend, who offers to take matters into his own paws and eliminate Margalo. Though Stuart, as a member of the family, is off limits, the bird is not. Margalo, warned of the plot, flees the Littles' home without a goodbye, vanishing into the world beyond. Heartbroken but determined, Stuart sets off to find her. With help from Dr. Carey, he receives a custom-built miniature car and begins driving north, the direction birds fly in spring, hoping to catch up with her. On the first day of his journey, Stuart stops in a small town and briefly fills in as a substitute teacher. He spends a rewarding afternoon discussing life's important questions with the students. He continues traveling, living a wandering life on the road, always heading north. Eventually, Stuart reaches Ames Crossing, the most beautiful town he's seen so far. There he meets Harriet, a girl his own size, and invites her on a canoe outing to impress her. Unfortunately, the date ends in mishap and disappointment, and Stuart realizes neither Harriet nor the town are where he belongs. Back on the road, Stuart stops at a crossroads and asks a passing telephone repairman if he's seen a small brown bird named Margalo. The man hasn't, but he kindly records her description and promises to let Stuart know if he does. As Stuart prepares to drive off again, he declares his intention to keep heading north. The repairman nods, saying that while any direction can be a good one, there's something special about the north. With hope in his heart, Stuart sets off toward the sunrise, still searching for his friend. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.